Kept you waiting, huh?
Hello there and welcome to the Cross Players Podcast, episode 134, recorded on Tuesday, 12th March 2024. My name is Lewis and today I'm joined by two absolute guys. The first of them being, doesn't care about story, doesn't care about gameplay, doesn't care about graphics, doesn't care about genre, doesn't care about art style, doesn't care about the game, doesn't care about hygiene, doesn't care about work, doesn't care about food, doesn't care about Coldplay, doesn't care about Coldplay fans, doesn't care about you. He fucking hates you, especially you. Directly to you, that one. Yep.
Don't say the name.
I won't say his name, but it's they know who they are. He only cares about his gamer score. I don't even think that's right anymore. Alex.
I don't care about that anymore. I've missed that, Lewis. I've missed that intro.
The gamer score. I mean, I've not switched my Xbox on, so I can only assume yours is 0.
I think I've maybe had a grand total of about 100 this year. It's not
shocking.
Been a year of the gamer score so far.
No. When you're setting yourself goals of, I'm trying to get 100,000 this year. Whatever it was.
It's all the trophies this year.
All the
Tony these days.
Laurie would be proud.
He's converted us.
Yeah. Well, only one other person. Freshly sluiced and ready for action. He goes by many names. Dahoof, Grape, Frangelico's Picture House, D20, The Hot Lemon, Keith. But we know him as the slippery bugger, Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hello there. Hot Lemon. I feel like you've used that one before.
I've not, but that's how long it's been. Hot Lemon came up in a conversation we had on a podcast. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That has been written down for about 6 months.
since our last episode. Excellent.
Good. They're both well.
Good. Really?
Sehr good. It's like dance here.
Yeah.
Speak German.
Yeah, very good. Very good. How are you, Lewis?
I'm great.
How's my Lou Bear?
My Lou Bear is... I got in from work. I helped my children get ready for bed. I went back downstairs and promptly fell asleep for an hour. So at that point, I feel a bit cold because I was snuggled up on the sofa.
A blanket.
I thought you said a wanket there for a second.
I'll warm you up in that time. Think of the YouTube views.
Not on camera. So I'm at that point where I feel a bit giddy because I'm still quite sleepy and cold. So, I'll ripen as the podcast goes on, I hope.
Wow, then you're
to lie awake for hours tonight, unable to get back to sleep.
Oh. You do that quite often, though. I remember you saying several times in the past that, I just had a little sleep before the podcast.
Yeah, I just fell asleep.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you find the time. Like, how do you find the time?
Well, I was playing.
Let's have a nap.
I had my Switch downstairs, and my eyes were all over the place. my eyes were all over the shop, and I was like, I'm going to fall asleep. So I put my Switch down. I put my earphones in and listened to some lovely music, and then I fell asleep.
What did you listen to? Because I noticed on Twitter you're doing that whole, I'm not into games anymore. I'm going to talk about records.
Music.
What were you listening to?
I listened to... What's the name of this fucking thing? I listened to Everything Is Alive by Slowdive.
Okay.
Who are apparently a band
what
formed
genre
in
is
1989. According to Apple Music, alternative. But they're kind of like...
it's very broad.
Cocteau Twins. That's an even more vague
I was going to say
Scottish
that was my
band
immediate
for people.
assumption.
I thought that too.
I don't know. They're like...
That's what I call Alex and Phil too.
twins, yeah.
The cock-toe twins.
I would say it says here, pieced together from... Oh no, that's a different band. I'd say the kind of wishy-washy, airy-fairy music. There you go.
That's not a real genre though, is it?
Good, I know, but that's, just summing up. It was good. There's the album artwork there, see? Get spins.
Oh wow.
Fancy.
Like
that's
a
what you
fidget
get
spin.
on Apple Music. You don't get any of this.
That's what you pay your 90%
Other
premium
shite.
for.
Exactly. That and the excellent sound quality.
It is supposed to be better sound quality, isn't it?
There's no supposed to be. My ears are highly attuned to bit rates. And it is, I've noticed. Because I remember once I was out walking the dogs or something, and I was like, it was before I moved to Apple Music, I had like one song on Spotify, I was like, right, what's that like? And then I put the exact same song on, like the first 10 seconds of the same song on Apple Music. I was like, yeah, it's better.
They've got you, haven't they?
You do.
Like in Apple have got you by the balls. Ever tried Tidal?
Yes.
That's all I think.
Tidal is even better, but the music selection is not as good. So it doesn't have as much.
Yes.
It's all rap shite, isn't it?
So rap shite.
Oh god.
Delusionist's not on there though.
Not on Tidal?
No.
Right, I'll get Jigger Man on the blower. And, have a word.
That's one of the first things I do. I go, I'm going to have a look at a new music streaming subscription. In Delusionists, not there. It's on Apple
That's a
Music.
poor show. Well, no wonder I'm not a millionaire yet if it's not on Tidal.
Yeah,
because they do the best artist payouts as well.
Well, that's the thing. But any music, any money you get from Apple Music, you're welcome.
that's it. That 0.001p I get every quarter. Thanks, mate.
That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Games and that.
Games and that. Yeah, probably should.
Yeah. What have you got anything lovely to drink? Let's do that bit.
I got the same as last time.
Ben, have you ever thought about cosplaying as Frankenstein with those earphones in?
I don't think they stick out quite that much.
You could see if you angle your head properly, it could look like your neck.
Bolt.
Bolts.
I could just put them there. Right. There we go. I can't hear you though.
No.
Was it Frankenstein that says you rang?
No, that was Lurch.
No, that was Lurch, wasn't it? But who looks like? He looks like
He
Frankenstein.
basically the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall guy with a big forehead. Carl, except the height.
What was the question?
Drinks.
Just DJ.
Same. What flavour? Let me see it. Let me see the status. Let me see how thick it is.
The
It's like a
how
soup.
viscous. Yeah.
Right, that's what yours is
Quite
like. Here's
watery.
mine.
Oh my
here.
god.
It's like,
That's very weak.
Okay, last episode you did mock me for having weak
not
DJ.
Oh, did I?
You did, yeah. So what's that? It's fucking water in your fucking. Yours is far weaker than mine. We had a whole thing about Scottish. Like my wife puts like double concentrate in as if it's like.
There's a whole bit.
Yeah.
I can't remember what happens. I do.
You were
recall that.
very zoned out.
Mesmerised, but they
I actually wasn't even there. My video was just on loop. I'd fucked off.
If I record myself ahead of time, grunting every 5 minutes, they'll never know. Yeah.
Yeah. I look like a geography teacher this week. Just say random geography red light. Say quarry. People might think you're saying quarry.
It'll be a whole thing. It'll be the most memorable part of the episode. I think he means quarry.
Don't quite understand your accent, my boy.
Oh, I hate listening back to myself. I think you'll find you mean quarry.
Great times.
Idiot. Video games. Oh, my Where's Dan and his guitar when you need him?
Cheltenham.
God damn it.
That's the truth.
Right, so housekeeping.
Ooh.
There was an Xbox showcase 2.5 weeks ago. Do you want to go through it?
Okay. What's that?
I can't remember. Yeah, should we do some sweet releases?
Yeah.
What if I read from a website known as Games Radar some games that are coming out in March, and then
Do
you
it.
can shout out if you fancy some.
Okay.
First one up, the Outlast Trials.
Scary game. Don't do
It
scary
does look quite
games.
scary.
No.
The image that's on Games Radar reminds me of, you know, in Casino Royale when James Bond is sitting in the seat without any clothes on, and the guy's
I
got
can
the
forget
rope
that.
and he's whipping the rope up
Oh, yeah.
in his bits,
Between his... Yeah.
in his nether regions.
Gooch.
It reminds me of that, but a man's got a bag on his head. Next up, Alone in the Dark.
That's our exclusive preview of the Outlast Trials. This is why people flock to this podcast in their tents. Oh, let's do 15 minutes of utter bollocks. And then when we do talk about games, oh, it's just pure garbage.
He does have a bag on his head. There's a blurb there, but
It's always for the
going
best.
to read it
Yeah.
because I
I
can't.
like your version.
He's got a fucking bag on his head. It looks like he's clamped to the chair. I don't understand. Alone in the Dark.
A bag in your head.
He's got a hat. He's got a hat on.
It's matey from Stranger Things, isn't it?
Anyway,
What is- The hat.
In Alone in the Dark. What's his name? Hopper
The-
from Stranger Things.
The policeman.
Yeah, David Harbour. Is that him?
Is that him?
That's him. Yeah.
Well,
and what's their chops?
Jodie Comer.
Jodie Comer. aye.
Hmm.
That's it. Said it there. I read that bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feeling
Alone
ill.
big
in the
names.
Dark. Is that a remake?
It is a remake, indeed.
Yeah. Looks. I don't know.
Mid.
In a post Resident Evil 4 remake world, has it got the chops?
Nah.
Let's find out.
Dragon's Dogma 2. The picture here is a lot of like just lines on the screen. Like it looks like magic might be happening. And I'm
Where are
not
you going to
but-
get this?
I'm not
This
that
seems like
up.
a Lewis game.
Maybe I picked it on Fantasy Critic because my method of picking games for Fantasy Critic was filter it for that were most hyped and tipped to get most points. So that's the only reason I picked this.
Well, I mean, that seems to be working, because you are projected to come second as things stand.
Well, I've only got like 4 games or so. I've not got anything.
So that's,
You
That's
get
pretty
loads
good.
of points for your species.
It's quality, not quantity at this stage. And I'm like I said, I'm not that up on mythical creatures, but that's either a griffin that's on that image or a very big eagle.
okay. What are the other? Winged.
Rise of the Ronin is the next one.
Yep.
What are the other what? We're going to ask
No, I
about
was just
mythical
trying to think of
creatures.
other mythical winged creatures.
A hippogriff. I was trying to
Yep.
think of that one from.
Is that a real? Is that a real mythical creature, or is that just a Harry Potter?
It's a real mythical creature, yeah.
Is it?
Is it a
Moth-
Did it ever
Mothman?
exist?
He's a mythical creature.
Mothra
Mothra.
from
Uh-huh.
Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What other ones?
Okay. Rise of the Ronin.
Rise of the Ronin. I don't know much about this game. The image here, because I've done it before, the other ones, let me just describe the image. There's a person standing at the side of a cliff holding their hat. Now, on first viewing of this image, I couldn't see the hat, so I thought the guy was standing there headless.
Ah.
It kind of blends
There
in.
we go. Yeah, previews dropped today for that, didn't they? Seems to be
Bit mixed.
pretty mixed. Yeah.
Yeah.
not.
I think it's going to be one of those games, though. It's going to be hard to tell until you actually play it, because I still don't think people really know what it is, even from the previews. It's still a bit like, is it supposed to be a Born-like? Was what I was going to say, is not what I meant to say.
Born-like.
A Born-like, that's yeah.
Is there not
so
too
it's
many
like, is it
ninja games? Sorry, samurai games. Feels like there is.
It's the new zombie game, isn't it? That's the and we've got Shogun on telly at the moment as well. On telly, have you seen it on the telly?
telly box.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that going about, but people like it.
I think it's in like a disease. A lot of it going around.
A lot of samurai going about.
What's
big
that?
swords.
Contagious.
Ichi katana. Ichi is actually a Japanese word as well, so that was quite clever. Didn't even realise it.
What does it mean?
Carry on. It means one. Ichi.
Does it?
Means one.
How do you, let's deep dive this. How do you know that, Ben? And is it because of Yakuza?
No, but
Japanese
Ichiban.
says one.
Yeah. Ichi, ni-san, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's just culture, Lewis. It's just called culture. It's called culture. It's called education. Yeah.
Okay,
it is.
thanks.
And yeah, I mean, I've been to Japan.
What's 4?
I never got that far. And I only ever knew. So right, this is a little thing. I might have said this before. I only ever knew how to order 3 beers at a time in Japan because I'd go out with 2 mates at a time. So the one time it was just 2 of us out.
Okay, we'll all kind of go out at the same time, guys. Maybe 3 of us at once. Then we'll cycle it through.
Yeah.
2 more guys will come out.
Why don't we find out how to ask for more beers? No. This is it. Yeah. So I could only ever do that. So when it was just 2 of us, still ordered 3 beers because I didn't know how to say 2 beers. There we go. Yeah.
There we go. Princess Peach Showtime.
Right.
Not
That
asked.
demo was ropey, to say the least.
Did you play it?
I played the demo with the wee man,
Okay.
yeah, so he wanted to play it, and oh, it's bad.
Is it really?
What did he think of it though?
But he quite liked it.
Okay.
But it was like, I heard like kind of funny and stuff talking about it as well, and it's like, it runs appallingly. So
Really?
bad.
Because it is pitched as like a kid's game.
My first.
More so, yeah.
It's quite, I mean,
So-
it's an interesting, it is quite cool and something a wee bit different, and it is for younger, definitely for younger kids. I don't think it's really, whereas some of like your Mario games and that, you'll find something in it. This is very much like, just keep tapping the button and moving along a wee bit. It's
really?
very much like that. But it really runs badly.
Like us.
So if you've got that on your Fantasy Critic, you should try and get rid of it.
You get Nintendo tax.
It'll still
You
get
still
what?
get in the mid
Low 80s,
70s
you
at the
reckon?
most.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. And finally, just let me run through the little, what I'm going to call a word version of a sizzle reel. Some of these games are already out, but I'm still going to include them. WWE 2K24, As Dusk Falls, Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley, Unicorn Overlord, Lightyear Frontier, South Park Snow Day, Planet Zoo, Open Roads, and Pepper Grinder. All coming out.
Pepper
Good
Grinder
games
out.
in there.
The 28th.
Interesting.
Well, they're on
notice
Switch
you didn't
and PC
mention.
just now, though.
Yeah, you didn't mention Contra Operation Galuga.
Is it there?
That came out today. In fact,
Yeah.
It's not on.
Yeah.
It's not on my list.
It's a bit under the radar. Looks good fun though. If you like Contra games or that style of run and gun, old school action, I might pick that up myself.
What is Pepper Grinder?
It's Devolver.
It is like, you know those bits in Ori where you're burrowing.
Yes.
It's that, but the whole game.
Oh, right.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, I played the demo to completion, and it was okay. It was okay. It didn't like grab me. It was quite cool, but I didn't.
Kind of Umbrella-esque.
Yes, exactly. Kind of like, yeah, cool concept, but I didn't really see enough to make me think it's going to be an absolute smash hit. I may well be wrong, but didn't float my boat.
At EGX last year, I played the demo of Snufkin, Melody of Moomin Valley, and I really enjoyed that.
You liked it?
Yeah,
Good, well?
it did. Like I think it was. I seem to remember it being an Xbox controller that I was using, but that doesn't mean anything. I quite like Moomins and all that guff. Like it's the same style as the 90s cartoon. And I think anyone who liked that as a child probably will get a little bit out of this game. Obviously, you play as was it Snufkin you play as? That might be a silly question, but I don't remember it being Snufkin.
Is that
I think I might
what
be
are the
getting
other
my characters
Moomin names?
mixed
I
up.
don't remember any.
There's
Moomin
Moomin,
names.
Moomin
Right.
Mama, Moomin
Right.
Papa. There's Snufkin, Snork, Snuff Maiden, the Groke.
Snuff Maiden.
Some of you may recognise these names as an earlier intro for Ben. Snufkin is the person that you play as. Snufkin is
Right.
a wanderer, explorer, and philosopher.
Wow. And a Moomin. Is a Moomin a race
And Moomin is
or a
the
breed?
are the things
No,
that
that's
look
a
like
woman.
hippos. Hippo slash pig thing. That's what I would say a Moomin was.
Do they?
What is Moomin? The Moomins are the central characters in a series of novels, short stories, picture books, and a comic strip by Tove Jansson.
Okay.
Doesn't say what they are.
Are they land?
They're
creatures?
land creatures. I nearly said
Mammals?
mammals there, but it doesn't look like. I don't know if they've got. No, Moomin.
Don't know if they've
The s-
got.
The sister, the sister Moomin has a tuft of blonde hair, so they are mammals.
Where?
On her head.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So, is there only mammals that have hair?
That's my understanding. Mammals have hair.
Is
I,
there? I'm trying to think
I
of other
thought
examples.
mammals was more about if you gave birth to like.
Hot, warm-blooded, and have hair.
What is a
Let's
mammal?
differ. What is a mammal?
And,
What is
I
a
don't think
mammal?
hair comes into it.
No, I don't think so either. I thought it was
There you
like
go.
giving
A mammal is a
all about
vertebrate
reproductive-
animal of the class.
Yeah, and
Mammalia.
keeping your eggs
Mammals are
inside. And,
characterised by the presence of milk producing mammary glands for feeding their young, neocortex region of the brain, fur or hair, and 3 middle ear bones. There you go.
wow.
You learn
Okay.
something new every day.
There we go.
That's it, yeah. Mammals have hair.
Okay, so we're saying a Moomin is a mammal.
Yes. Back
Right.
to the point. The point here. The Moomins are mammals.
Good.
Fictional mammals. And they live, the family live in their house in Moomin Valley.
Right.
I've got a Moomin cup downstairs. It's a camping one, and it's like that weird stainless steel, so it can get quite hot.
Yeah. Is that anything like a moon cup?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Good.
So it was good. I would recommend it.
But only if you're into Moomins.
Well, if Moomins are just, whimsical shite, you might like it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Anything else that you guys that jump out?
See, I really want to play WWE 2K24.
It's meant
Mainly
to be
because
good.
I want to play the showcase mode of the 40 years of WrestleMania.
Oh.
That's really appealing to me because I've been in a little WrestleMania and nostalgia mood recently, and I want to play.
Is that like back when it was like the WWF?
Yeah, all the way
And it
back,
was
all
good.
the way through
Oh.
the good
So like
stuff.
Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage,
Mm.
Jake the
Ric
Snake.
Flair, all that fun.
Legion
Andre
of
the
Doom.
Giant,
Wow.
Donkey
Yeah,
Clown.
those were the days. Virgil died, didn't he?
Virgil did die.
Yeah.
That's before. I don't know who Virgil is. I've seen people saying that he died.
Really?
He was
I don't know who Virgil
he
is.
was $1 Million Man's right hand man at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just thought Thunderbirds when someone said Virgil.
He used to kick
Something
him
amazing.
out with the $1 Million belt. He just used to carry the belt.
Oh, really? Don't know.
Yep.
But it's actually meant to be quite good. Like, I think it might have been Chris Scullion saying that they've got past their issues of the last few games and it was actually not bad.
It'd be quite funny to like do our own sort of create a character thing and have a big old TCP
Rumble.
WrestleMania.
A rumble, yeah.
That would be good. But that's never going to happen. But it would be good.
It would be good, yeah.
Get the Wilsonite out of retirement.
Exactly. Well, look, the Wilsonite will be coming out of retirement for the wrestling game the name escapes me. It's coming out later this year. It's like Ultimate Pro Wrestling or something. It's like the I think it's actually Ukes are making it, and it's the same as like No Mercy in that.
Yeah, I think I've seen you retweet.
I did
some of
retweet
that,
it, Ben. I was just about to mention this. I did retweet it, and I went, "Can't wait for this. This looks amazing." And I got a fucking snide gif or some shite for you. It looked shite, basically.
It was a mammal.
No, that can't have been me.
Someone hacked your Twitter then.
Yeah. Cool. Big
All right.
month.
Yeah.
Been a big year so far. Great. We've had a great Q1 in terms of game releases anyway. Not so much on the industry side.
No,
but,
not at all.
Yeah, no. Anyway, keep it light.
So should we do? Should we go into a groundbreaking section next?
Let's break some ground.
Let's break some ground in a section that I think we call pick up and play.
Da-na-na-na-na.
I was just going to ask, do you want to do the theme song?
No, I'll just do that noise.
Okay.
Didn't sound like the theme. It's very hard to replicate that theme song.
I can't remember how it goes. Only bit I do remember is it going boom at the end.
At the end. Yeah. Let's just do that bit then.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright. Pick up and play. It's a really tricky bit to explain to everybody. Imagine you go and buy stuff. We do that and we talk about it. And imagine playing things. We also do that and we talk about it. Any questions?
I think I'm clear.
Yeah, Alex?
Yeah.
I think I got it, yeah.
Good. Okay, Ben. To you first. Let's do pickups first. And then we'll go back around the table and do plays.
Okay. I'm going to do... I think I've just got one pickup.
Okay.
And it is to hand, and it is Unicorn Overlord.
Ooh.
For the Nintendo Switch family of
Interesting.
systems. Yes. Oh
my goodness me, I've also got a copy.
wow.
It's like yours
Alex,
for the
are we going
Nintendo
for the
Switch family of
trio?
systems.
Alex is looking around.
Nah, I
Has
don't
he
have
got
one.
it? No.
Got it. No Full House.
Wow. So much talk of mythical beasts on this episode. And there goes another one. The unicorn.
Ah, yeah.
Classic.
Our
It's up there.
national creature, Alex. We forgot about it.
No.
National creature
Yeah, unicorn.
of
Scotland.
Scotland. They're not real.
I know.
There must-
But the unicorn was the only thing that was meant to be able to beat a lion. And the lion is the symbol of filthy England. And so
Yeah.
that's why...
We've got loads of them down here.
Yeah,
Loads of them
tons of
roaming
them.
the streets. Yeah.
We had to make up a fucking creature to beat a real one.
Wales made up a dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, the dragon's there,
Yeah.
holding its leek. Yeah, so it's...
Yes, the unicorn and the narwhal, probably
Mhm.
top two one-horned mythical creatures.
yeah.
Narwhal.
Narwhal's real.
No, is it a mammal?
Google it.
I think it is a mammal.
Yeah, I think it's a mammal because it must be It's like a whale with a horn, right?
It's got hair.
Well, is an narwhal real? Is an narwhal mammal?
I feel like
The
this has
narwhal.
been our most educational podcast.
It has. People are going to be like, they should do this more often. The narwhal, brackets, Monodon monoceros, is a species of toothed whale. So really, that big
Toothed
spike
whale.
is a massive tooth. I'm going to have to open up the Wikipedia page to see if it is actually a mammal. And I'm going to have to go Control F. One of the deepest diving marine mammals. There we go.
Wow. I'm impressed with that.
Well, you thought it was
Yeah.
mythical to begin with, so
Yeah, that's what I'm impressed with. They actually exist. Unicorns, definitely mythical though.
yeah, definitely.
Of that, you can be sure.
Mm-hmm.
And a rhino.
Yep. Anything else?
No. Alex, what have you picked up?
Some interesting information about narwhals and
Exactly.
mammals. And
You
I've
are
got-
educating people.
Yeah,
think
there
I
will be a
picked
quiz at the
anything
end
up.
of this, listeners. So, you got anything?
No, I've been behaving.
Wow.
Jesus,
Mm.
that's the one. This must be a first.
Yeah.
Alex
Suppose
hasn't got
I
anything.
mean, I've got nothing physical. I've probably picked up like digital games, but
Yeah.
certainly nothing physical to show you at the
Mm.
minute.
Alex from a year ago would look at you and say, I've just spent £5,000 on
And a
stuff.
controller.
Yeah.
I haven't bought a
Yes.
controller in I don't know how long, but it's been the longest time.
A week.
They haven't released
Never
that
knew.
many though, have they?
Mm.
And
There's been a
haven't
few
played
I've
the
missed.
Xbox.
And I haven't played my
Mm.
Xbox yet.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
So I've got Unicorn Overlord
Yep.
there. I've also got one other thing.
Oh.
Pre-ordered and arrived.
I
mid
see
last
what
week.
that is.
And it is the Bitmap Brothers N64, a visual compendium.
Could have been a pamphlet.
Could have been. In fact, it's really thick, and I'm like, how can this be so thick? The N64 had about 50 games in it. But it's chock-a-block. You can see it's still basically unread, which it
Yeah.
will remain. But lots
Of
of
course.
lots of good stuff in there, I assume. It sits up on the shelf. There's the SNES one, right there where my finger is.
See
In that
that?
space.
Yep.
That's where this lives.
Have you got the NES one as well?
No, what that book you're seeing is so next to the SNES one is Ask Iwata,
Oh yeah.
unread,
Of course.
and the one next to that, the white one, is How Music Works by David Byrne, unread. Already a
Is
little
that
bit of it.
anything to do with the how music works? Is that anything to do with the bones in your inner ear?
It's not. They're the smallest bones in the body. It's mainly how to do with what to do with what am I trying to say? How certain types of music work in certain spaces. So, like in a cathedral, you get the big pipe organ or whatever, and it
Yep.
suits that surrounding big echoey building full of
Yep.
praying people. And that's as far as I got. Finished it.
Wow. Again, just dropping knowledge bombs.
Yeah. What else is there? Next to that is Games Master book that I got last year and didn't read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's other books.
I actually do want to read that Iwata Asks or Ask Iwata, whatever it is.
I've got that one in my own books there as well.
You?
Bookshelf, yeah.
Right, I'm going to try and order that.
In the middle there.
I can get free books from work.
Free books.
Mm.
3 books or free books?
So you work at library?
Both. No, but if it's like anything to do with like, you know, self improvement or anything like that. So I've been lapping up the books lately.
Just to put
I
on the
wonder if I
shelf.
can get away with
Example?
example to hand. Well, I gave you an example last week. I had a book recommendation, didn't I?
Did you?
Remember? Yeah. Ikigai, the Japanese art of finding your happiness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is where they learned that
Alex remembers his Ikigai. Yeah.
always.
To be honest,
God, I've
that
just
red
moved
book
it.
over your
It's annoying.
left shoulder, it looks like a sort of instruction manual. And
It
when
is
I
more
see,
of a textbook. Well-being, science and policy.
I thought it said.
Yeah.
When I read it, I thought it said "Willkommen."
Willkommen.
Come in.
I was
More
reading.
German. Amazing.
It is.
What were we talking about? Books. Yeah, I would quite like that one because I've got the NES and the Super Nintendo one. But I can't. It's not. It
30
just doesn't have the
macaronis.
same place in my heart as a system.
What? Have
That's,
you not got the Game Boy one?
Yeah.
Don't you?
I've got a Game Boy one. That's not a Bitmap Brothers one though.
I thought
It
it
doesn't
was.
fit. It's not the same style. I don't think it is. But it's not in that. Yeah, it's not the same format.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a good book still.
I do want to get this NES, the NES one to sort of fill that out.
Yeah.
All right. That's pick up. See how easy that was, guys? Guys, listening. That's
easy.
just if you want to use that in your sort of day to day at the office or something to drum up chat with your colleagues, feel free to use that as a litmus test or litmus. Is it paper? Litmus paper. Wait, let's Google that.
A litmus test is paper. You use paper.
Is it lit or
Litmus.
Litmus.
Litmus. Is
Like
it
titmus, but with an L.
Litmus? A test for acidity or alkalinity, something made up, using litmus. A decisively indicative test.
Measure the pH.
The pH.
That's right.
What is for 10 points? What is neutral?
7.
7.
7. Well done.
Wow.
I failed. Didn't fail. I got a 3 for standard grade chemistry. General.
I got a 1.
What's that? Is that like
You
a
got
C?
1.
I got 8 ones.
Got 8 ones. Wow.
You got 8. Is that an A? Wow.
It's not that, is it? What a big loser.
So is that the highest you can get? A 1?
Yeah. Well, it's not
So
now.
there's
I
no-
don't know what it is now. That's
Yeah.
in the olden days.
Is there
think
no
it's-
like A star?
Nah.
No.
Maybe. There's just no one smart enough to get it.
Okay.
I think maybe a higher you got like an A star or something. Because I got that for maths, I think.
Did you?
Hmm.
I did 1 higher, and it was drama, and I got a D. So I failed it. Anyway.
Drama. Fucking hell. I couldn't
Well,
even.
enough.
I wasn't even allowed to do drama because showing off, and they
Oh, really?
just said no. Yeah, they literally did say no because all you're trying to do is just be silly and make people laugh. You're not actually
Yeah.
taking it seriously. Like, come back to me in 30 years.
Yeah.
This skill will come in handy for a obscure video game podcast. Yeah.
No, I thought it was good. Yeah, I can't remember what happened. I think it was like, oh, you need to write something down, and I was writing like a synopsis or something, and I realised I'd absolutely fucked it. And so like I basically just went, put a big line through it, and that was it. Standard grades. I think I was 16 or something. Can't remember. Anyway, Ben, do you want to do your plays?
Yeah, my plays are, well, that Unicorn Overlord. That's pretty much what I've played. I haven't played a great deal of it, but I did, prior to launch, I played the demo on PS5, and I saw enough of it. I did a Lewis. I played it on a different system, and I thought, this is a Switch game, if ever I've seen one. And, yeah, it's a handheld game through and through. And it is, I'm very impressed with it. I like, when I was trying to explain it to you, Lewis, I think I described it as like Fire Emblem Cross Loop Hero.
And which is off to it.
Which I thought, throw him off. But it's probably skews more towards Fire Emblem than
Yes.
Loop Hero. But it does that whole you can. It's not turn based, is it? But you can stop time, make a bunch of decisions, and then just watch your plan unfold on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Which I really like that because it's like just setting up all the pieces ahead of time rather than doing all your strategy like mid-battle and going, oh, that unit can take that unit. You're kind of like planning it all in advance, which is different but just as interesting, I find. How are you feeling about it? Because you're playing it as well, right?
I am playing it. So can I give you my Unicorn Overlord journey? So I downloaded Unicorn Overlord on Saturday, the demo on Saturday, because I was interested. I like that art style, to be honest with you, and that's what drew me towards it. And you saying Fire Emblem, I think I'd read it was a bit like Fire Emblem elsewhere. So Ben, it wasn't a unique thought. Anyway, I played it for a little while, about 45 minutes. The Dan Ward / Andrew Dickinson limit. And I was like, I'm not sure about this. It just seems to be like it's auto battling. Because then that morning I mentioned to you, and you'd said, "Oh, babe, is it auto battles?" I can't remember exactly what the words that you used.
Yeah.
I was like, it's all that. It's just all that. Like, you don't pick what moves to make. It just does it for you. And then I think, not long, but like 5 minutes passed, and I was like, actually, if you think about it, that each unit is a different type of attack, then you are deciding on how to win and how to battle.
Yeah.
So on Sunday it was, I played the demo for 7 hours.
Wow.
Happy Mother's Day. And ordered the game. Oh, it's so good. I'm really enjoying it. It's
brilliant.
very, very good. So I've spent a lot of time in the initial area, not the initial area, the island, like the first mainlandy bit.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of the side missions.
The side missions are so good as well and so rewarding because you're leveling up your units, but also you're unlocking a lot of new characters that you can add to your other units and stuff. It's very, very good.
It is very good. So Ben, I've just gone and spoke to Miriam. That's where I am. I don't know if you've done that.
Okay. I am one step further than that.
Okay.
But I have, since doing that, I have then gone back to clean up one battle that I didn't do in that first main area as well. So we're probably about the same, I reckon.
Yeah.
Not quite sure why I'm imagining that Miriam is a Moomin, but yeah.
Yep, could be.
Definitely a mammal. Yeah.
That's here.
The art style does a lot here for me as well. Like the whole presentation of it, I think is really good. I actually think the voice acting is decent and the writing is pretty good as well, which I think is probably surprising. But yeah, it's the strategy when you get into the nitty gritty of setting things up. Like even you can be really kind of prescriptive about. I've got like your main character. Elaine,
yeah.
Not Elaine or Elaine. Elaine. He's got an attack that every time he kills someone, he gets some health back.
Yes.
So you can set up like rules. You can almost like program the game.
Just
set a rule to say target people with whoever's got the lowest health or who is below 25% health or something. Meaning every time he does a hit, he's most likely to get some health back. So and you can like get really into the nitty gritty of that. You don't necessarily have to start with, but you can. And I can see as the game goes on and the battles get harder and harder, you'll have to do that because you can't brute force it necessarily. So yeah, I think you can get really nerdy with it, and I'm quite looking forward to that.
Yeah, because that's the bit that I did just before I fell asleep. So I'm going to need to go back and maybe read, or I have to replay it or something. Not replay it, but like if the instructions or the hints are there, to remind myself, because it was Joseph. Is that the guy's name? Who was
the one that's like really overpowered.
Yes, level 20.
Yeah.
He was like, you could, but make sure you've stacked them correctly. And I was like, my eyes were just all over the shop, just seconds from KOing. So yeah, I'm going to have to go back and double check that a bit. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's like one of those things, like my gut reaction to that is, I'll pick up a player. It's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you can't. I think he even says that, if I remember. Like, don't worry about, like, the guy's like, but don't worry if it's, you won't get it. It's time you can go and do some mock battles and practice and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because you do, and you naturally, you start poking around in the menus and stuff, don't you? Because you think, there must be more to it than just playing about. Like, I haven't quite got used to placing the individual characters in a unit, because obviously there's some advantages to depending on who you put at the front and who's your leader and where they're stacked on this 2x3 grid.
Yeah,
it is very nerdy, but in quite a pleasing, satisfying way. I think if any of what we've just described sounds interesting, I think play the demo, because that will do a far better job of selling it than we're doing.
Yes, 100%.
Because Alex doesn't look convinced whatsoever.
No, it's not an Alex game.
There's no cars. There's no cars.
I have been playing a game of cars this week as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's that?
I have been playing New Star Grand Prix, which I have spoken about before.
Yeah.
I think when it first came out on the Steam Deck, I picked it up, but I thought, well, I like trophies, so I picked it up on PlayStation 5. It's a lovely game. Like it's split across five periods of Formula One essentially, and it's kind of got different characters and seasons. So like you get a 10 race season, but within that 10 race season, you've got like different things you need to do each Grand Prix, and it's just a nice wee one for picking up and playing like a race here and then, or probably a good Switch game, to be fair, because it is one you can just pick up and drop down and kind of do a wee bit in it, and it's not going to be that taxing on it, but it's got a good sense of humour. Like a lot of the characters you'll recognise in terms of, it's not like the drivers from that era, but like one of them's like Nigel Mawson, and like the facial the way it's set up, it's supposed to be Nigel Mansell. Another one's like Kiki Rosberg, but it's not Kiki Rosberg, but it's something it's Kiki Rosberg. And then there's like a Michael Schumacher, and as you go through it's like set between goes 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s, 20s, I think it is. It might be. It's basically 5 decades across Formula One, and it plays really, really nicely. It's just fun. It's a nice game. They've done a really good job of it, and I think this is like New Star's biggest game yet, like from things like Retro Bowl and stuff like that. But this is their
so just
their biggest
looking
game.
at it, it sort of reminds me a little bit of what's that racing game? It's like looks a bit like F-Zero. Oh God, came out a few years ago.
I know the one you mean, and I can't think.
Developers. Horizon Chase Turbo.
Horizon Chase Turbo.
Yeah.
I think the Brazilian developers, maybe.
Yes, they are. Yep.
Yeah, I remembered something. It looks a bit like that, but like I've played a load of New Star games. Like I remember way back in like 2011 playing New Star Soccer, and I think if there are people who have gone back and listened to the whole run of the podcasts, I've definitely told a story about playing New Star Soccer. Just came up in conversation, and I took a screenshot of it, and it was like, oh, your girlfriend crashed your helicopter, $40. Not that the fact that your girlfriend's dead, it's going to cost you $40 because your helicopter's crashed. But yeah, this looks really good.
And then there is bits like that in it. It's like at the end of the races, you'll get like phone calls and stuff. It's like you can give $100 to charity and it boosts your PR, or you can choose not to do it, and you've got to pick like whether you want to go to the theatre with one of the members of the pit crew, or whether you want to go to something with the PR manager, and then that'll have like their happiness will go up and down, which will boost the effectiveness of like the boosts that they give you and things like that. So it's a lot of kind of
this is like Fire Emblem as well, yeah. Like tea parties.
But it's one of those games. If you like that type of retro driving game, there's a lot to love about it. I think it'll please a lot of people. This kind of game, I've really enjoyed it.
So I'm just looking at images of it, and some of them are like Horizon Chase Turbo, but then there's another one that's top down. Is it top down or is it?
No,
3D?
it's not top down. It's not top down. Unless there is a camera view that I've not gone through, that there might be a top down camera view. It does that maybe in the pits and stuff. It maybe goes into top down view, because you need to do like the pit stops, almost like a mini game. Like you need to choose like the right tyre to put on, and then you pick the level of fuel that you put in, and then you need to exit at the right time and stuff like that. So that's the only bit I can remember that's top down. The rest of it is more like
it does. I've seen a couple of screenshots where it looks like Micro Machines-y almost.
But I've just opened up one of the sites and it says update as of December 2014. We've decided to make New Star GP free. So this must be
maybe an old one.
Old. Okay.
An old one, aye, but yeah.
Interesting.
That is good.
It does look good. It seems to be like sort of averaging about an 80.
Yeah, feels about right.
Fair to you?
Yeah, it feels about right.
There isn't an overall kind of Metacritic score, but user review, Christian Piggy gives it a 10. So, there we go.
I can see me going for the platinum on it. Like it's one of those that you'll just pick away at the different bits, and there's a lot to keep you going back as well. Like to get, like you need to. It's got like, of course now, like every car game's got a rewind mechanic, but like certain bits you need to win the race without using rewinds and stuff like that to get all the cups and things. It's a good thing to keep you going back and for replayability.
Are you playing this on Portal?
Yes, very lovely.
Is it
Portal game.
Perfect for Portal?
Perfect for Portal, yeah.
Lovely.
Hashtag.
Nice. That looks good. How much was it? Out of sheer curiosity.
Can't remember.
£25.
My goodness,
PlayStation
I was not
Store.
expecting
or
that.
$24.99. What were you expecting out of interest?
I'm expecting you to say 14.
I think you get it a bit cheaper on Steam now. But
Just
you get it
it's
it's one of those games
games
you get in a sale as well. Like it's one of those that will be a perennial sale game.
Yeah. It looks cool.
Cool. Just one other game for me. So last we spoke, I was playing Tales of Iron.
Yes.
I platinumed it, guys. Platinumed that because I'm down with the kids, and I know that trophies are the best thing ever. So I platinumed that. It took 8 hours to platinum. And Mark, Mr. Maltby, that's what I call him, all those names in one, was pinging me saying, I'm really struggling with the Queen Mozzie. And I was like, absolutely fucking battered her, mate.
Oh dear.
Really struggling. And when someone's struggling with something that you found quite easy, if you're like me, it's very difficult to say humble.
What did you say to him? Your advice?
I think I said something quite passive aggressive, like I got past her on my second attempt, or something like that. I can't remember. But I said that, and then it was just silent for a while. Let me see.
That's the sort of thing that will make Mark just put the game down and play again. That's not the sort of encouragement he responds to.
Chilled.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say exactly what I did say to him. I'll tell you after. The call.
Okay.
So planned that. Really enjoyed it. So I think I said it last week or the week before. Really well voice acted. The guy who's the narrator reminds me of Aidan Gillen, who is Littlefinger. I think I mentioned that last time.
Oh,
but anyway,
yeah.
He was on a Metroidvania kick. So I played Haiku the Robot. And that is delightful.
Is it... Have you finished it?
Yes.
Is that... I get the sense that's quite a short one as well, isn't it?
9 hours, I think. 8.
Okay.
Near 9.
Okay. If
So
you
it's
had to recommend one or the other, Tales of Iron or Haiku the Robot, what would you recommend?
Well, I'd say it's tricky. It's a tricky one. Maybe
Asking the tough questions.
Maybe Tales of Iron. The bosses. I don't know. Haiku the Robot's like a cross between Axiom Verge and Hollow Knight. Like you can almost say the story, like how it's kind of drip fed, and certain aspects of it are very Hollow Knight. Tales of Iron, on the face of it, looks quite difficult and tricky and ominous because it's quite dark. Like the theme of it, it's, you know,
You're a rat.
medieval rat who's a king, and you're going around trying to reclaim your kingdom. But Haiku Robot's probably easier, I would say. Actually, there are some quite difficult but not overly difficult boss battles in Tales of Iron. Like the tells for their attacks are quite well sort of signposted. So as soon as you go, right, just don't go in here, just shield up, right, now go. And yeah, so it was, I'd say Tales of Iron, but both were really good. Haiku's a lot quicker in terms of when you're moving around, so you feel like you're control. Like zipping about quite a bit. But yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think Tales of Iron was on PS Plus as a free game, wasn't it, a while ago? So
that's where I played it.
Yeah. Might give that a go, because Mark's pretty adamant that it's really good.
Yeah.
Even though he should, I don't.
I think he got past that boss because he messaged me after. I didn't respond. I was like, and
boring. Yeah, cool, nice. Slightly put off by the art style of that. I don't know if it's just the stills that I've seen, but just
I know what you mean. I was the same, because I was like, I want to play it, but when you look at a game and you go, yes, I'm going to play that one. Tales of Iron, it was like you look at it and you go, yeah, I'm not sure, but it's got so many. I mean, the art, it's not taking anything away from the art style. It's still nice. It's still really, really nice. It's just kind of like how I felt about Blasphemous, and where the imagery in Blasphemous, like, I just found really off-putting. I was like, I don't want to see that. That's not nice. Doesn't take away from the game at all.
Yeah, that's true. Darkest Dungeon's another one where I felt like that. It's like, it looks rubbish. Don't like the look of it. But then you actually play it and you're like, okay,
yeah,
it's cool.
Slay the Spire.
Cool. Classic example. Looks shite.
Yeah.
But it's amazing.
It's very good.
And you have just reminded me of one other game that I've played just a little bit of, and that is Pocket Card Jockey.
Oh.
For the Switch. And just been sort of dabbling in that on my commute.
Can he dabble in a made-up game?
It is.
Doesn't
it's
exist.
really nice.
Rubbish.
Such a fun little game. Silly, fun, and recommend it. Probably wait for a sale, to be honest. I think it's like.
Or if you've got Apple Arcade, it's on that.
Yeah, but.
I've been playing on Apple Arcade.
Have you?
Yeah.
Do you actually like it?
Yeah, it's all right. I got to the point like I've played it for a decent chunk of time, because it's, you know, it's like with these games on your mobile. Some of them are just easy to play, like that.
Yeah.
Grindstone, really easy to pick up and play. But I got to the point I was like, I'm just playing solitaire.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. But with a nice, nice kind of setting.
And I think for one of the horses, I had like a perk or a boost or something like that showed me which card I needed to pick.
Wow.
So when I went to my next horse, I didn't have it, and I was like, I've got to think.
Yeah, shite.
Now I've actually got to lose my eyes and go, right, I need to go.
It's a good little game, though.
But it's good, yeah, it's good. Game Freak.
Game Freak.
By Game Freak, didn't you know?
Great devs. Good.
All right. Anything else? Alex? Sorry.
No, we did me. It's all right.
Oh, yeah.
I did have. I'll just get one other wee thing just to mention, and it's something that Ben sold us really well a couple of episodes ago, and a couple of episodes ago, and it's I finally got around to playing Tekken 8, and it is everything that Ben said it was. It's lovely. It's not lovely, but it's very, very, very good. I've played through the main story mode and really enjoyed that, and I've been in now playing in the arcade mode, which is like these little, just a really nicely animated little arcade mode, which I'm really appreciating. Very, very good game. Very good game.
I think the coolest thing about that game is the control scheme and being able to switch between the two control schemes on the fly.
How you do it accidentally and you realise like it stopped doing it. Why are you just punching it? Like, no, get back to the other one that does all these fancy things with hitting the button.
Why have the choice of just being able to punch when you can do all crazy stuff?
Yeah. But no, it's
good.
Great game. I want to get back to it. Obviously, I don't think I've played it since I platinumed it, but I did quite like the online stuff as well. Like, I'm just so bad at these games, but I do enjoy them, even when I'm losing.
It's made me want to go and play. I've got like Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 sitting there to play, and it's made me want to go and play them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a game of Tekken 8 a few weeks ago, and I did the I don't know if it's a story mode, but I played as Law, and you go through the rounds of the Fist Kings of the... What's it called?
The King of the Iron Fists?
King of the Iron Fist, that's it.
Something like that, yeah.
It's quite funny. It's so over the top. It's great.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Very good.
Great game.
Alright. Lovely. Anything else?
A little bit more of Like a Dragon, but I'm just still loving that. Just wee bits here and there.
Chipping away.
Savouring it.
Same for me with Persona 3 Reload. Haven't played it for a couple of weeks, but my intention is just to keep chipping away when I fancy something like that. But yeah. Good games. Drowning.
Yeah, indeed.
Drowning. Yes.
Alright. That's it. That's finished.
That's it.
That's it. That's it for
That's
this week.
Podcast. What a podcast it's been.
We have taken you on an adventure this week.
Yeah.
Any other questions that we need to ask before we tidy up? Before we leave? What would you like to know?
I think we've answered most of the big questions that needed answering in life. We've all learned that a narwhal is a real creature.
Yes, we have. We all thought that was mythical before.
Yeah, we've all learned how to count to 3 in Japanese.
Yeah.
We have, but not to 4 because Ben
Not 4.
Why?
didn't bother learning.
We've learned why organs work in a prairie place.
Yes. We have learned the basic acoustics of a church organ.
Yes,
Good.
Thank you. I was like, organs. I was like, I can't remember speaking of
Prairie place.
my heart. I can't remember discussing that.
But we did learn about organs, the mammals, reproductive organs,
We
mammary
did.
glands,
Mm-hmm.
inner ear, bones, and fur. I feel like we've covered a lot, and I don't think anyone listening or watching would know that we didn't have any show notes this episode. I think we styled that out marvellously.
Yeah. I 100% agree. All right. Well, if you like that kind of thing, feel free to support us on Patreon from as little or as much as £2 a month, and you'll get access into our batshit crazy WhatsApp group. If you feel that you're having too much fun, join the group.
Wow.
Yep. I'd like to special shout out. Any special shout outs to inanimate objects or anything? Shout out to the N64 controller. Shout out to this mug. I got signed by John McGuinness.
Is it a moon cup?
It's not a moon cup. John McGuinness is the second most successful racer on the Isle of Man. Probably going to get overtaken by Michael
On the,
Dunlop this year.
The little
On the
bikes.
little mini bikes.
Nice.
Shout out to the cup.
Shout out to the cup, not the man, just the cup.
Yeah, just the cup. But even more special shout out to these fine patrons. Ethan Hunt, Nate Ellingsworth, Carl Hughes, Sean Hughes, Jason Frost, Sarah Purbrick, Rebecca Rudranath, Luke Cooper, Kevin Scully, Mark Hammond, Runestorm, Phil Marshall, Eamon Macaulay, Phil Henshaw, Games with T / Reese, Andrew Dickinson, and Maximilian Wright. Thank you very much. Your contributions are very much appreciated.
They are.
And that's it. Right. Bye. Oh, 1 minute. One minute. 1 second. Oh, 1 minute. One minute. Well, 1 minute. Sorry. Hello there and welcome to the Crossplayers Podcast, episode 134.